used to be that the Academy Awards were the only award ceremonies for movies. Now we have the Golden Globes, People's Choice, and so many others. In this busy Hollywood awards season, cinema analyst Bill Timoney is here to talk about which films top his list and his predictions for this year's 85th Academy Awards. And so good to see you.
It's good to see you. Thanks for having me back.
All right. Well, Bill, I guess the first thing is, do these awards really mean anything?
Awards matter if you are the one who is winning the award. Otherwise, it's nice just to be nominated, and of course, if you don't get nominated, then awards don't mean anything.
Okay.
But I think the important thing for us, the consumer, the people who go to movies all the time, is how many times a movie appears on all the different awards lists. You know, you're looking at, say, Lincoln. Lincoln may not have won the big Golden Globe award, but it's showing up on so many critics' best lists and so many like People's Choice Awards and Critics' Choice Awards and Oscar nominations. And that should help us as viewers who are trying to decide where to spend our consumer dollar, or $10 or $12, is maybe I should go see it.
Well, as soon as the Golden Globes and the People's Choice came out, it's like a marketing tool. You start seeing the next day the commercials come out. Argo was the best film. So I guess in that way, awards do matter.
Well, and it's the best film according to the Golden Globes. So you as a consumer, it would behoove you to understand how the Golden Globes get voted on and who's behind them. Like, say, for example, the Academy Awards, which were founded in 1929, and this is the 85th now you said, they have over 6,000 people vote on those Oscars. And they're all people who are professional filmmakers. They're craftsmen and women in some aspect of movie making. The Golden Globes is founded by the Hollywood Foreign Press Association in the 1940s with the express intent of gaining access to stars. These are people who write articles about movie stars and sell them to foreign newspapers around the world, but outside of America. They only have to sell 4 a year to qualify for membership. So they might not even be a full-time journalist. They just have to sell 4 articles a year to qualify to vote. And you know how many people vote on the Golden Globes? 83.
Wow.
So
that's interesting.
So if you're thinking, gee, Ben Affleck is coming up, and I'd love to get Ben Affleck to sit down for an interview with me, then you might be a little, inclined to vote for his movie instead of Steven Spielberg's, who is so big. He's not going to sit down to talk to you about an article that you want to sell for a paper abroad somewhere.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
All right, now let's talk, because we do have the Oscars coming up at the end of February.
Sure.
Let's get your picks, because I'll tell you, of all the years, I really thought that this year had some phenomenal movies.
It certainly does. Silver Linings Playbook is a movie that I think will surprise some people, which again is, when you see that it's got so many nominations, it should make you want to check it out. Is it a comedy? Is it a drama? Who's in it? Oh, Jennifer Lawrence from Hunger Games. So you're motivated to go check it out. And I think a lot of the Oscar voters have done that. And remember, a lot of the people on the Oscars, they themselves, in order to get into the Academy, maybe they made movies like Werewolf in a Girl's Dormitory, but they've been around so long that they've been selected to be on the board, and now they're voting for, on the Academy membership, and now they're voting for a quality film like Silver Linings or like Argo, which I think is going to do well. And I got to tell you, you dismiss it at your peril. The sleeper to watch is Amour.
Really?
Yes, the sleeper to watch is Amour.
I haven't seen that one. What do you think of Les Mis?
I think Les Mis is a wonderful movie. I certainly see how people who love it really love it. There is, however, a groundswell within Hollywood. There's a couple of critics out there, online critics, who seem dedicated to denying Anne Hathaway an Oscar nomination. I'm fascinated by it. This one guy keeps writing, and this is a professional journalist, keeps writing about how amazing Sally Field is in Lincoln, and how Sally Field gave this great speech at the Palm Springs Film Festival, and more Academy of voters should see it. So the guy who made Werewolf in a Girl's Dormitory is now thinking, maybe I should vote for Sally Field instead of Anne Hathaway. So it's not a slam dunk.
And you keep mentioning that film. Who actually made that film?
Werewolf in a Girl's Dormitory,
yeah.
1961, directed by Pablo Hirsch. It was produced by Guido Giambattolomei. And the closest it got to the Oscars was the fact that year, 61, the best actor went to Maximilian Schell in Judgment at Nuremberg, and the star of Werewolf in a Girl's Dormitory is Maximilian Schell's kid brother, Carl Schell.
Okay, well, I would not know that little tidbit.
And nor should you.
Well, Bill, I'm gonna nail this down one more time.
Sure.
What is your pick for best actor, best actress, and best film for this year's Oscars?
Well, if I'm being coy, it's only because I was planning on coming back to the show the weekend before the Oscars to give you the pick. So let me hold that back until I see you next month, and I'll give you my final. In fact, I'll give you an envelope sealed with my picks.
Okay.
I promise.
Okay.
But go see them more.
Okay, I'm going to do that. And Life of Pi is also on my
Life
list.
of Pi is the other big sleeper, and also Beasts of the Southern Wild, which I'm really pleased that a lot of nominations went to it, and people who were saying, what is this? I never heard of this. So I think all those three films are sleepers that could really surprise. So go see them all before Oscar
I love
night.
to see all the movies right beforehand.
Me too.
Great to see you, and we'll see you again next month then.
Thanks so much.
Okay, thanks, Bill.